Hello my dear students, today we can study nutrition in plants. So before that we can recall the things that we have studied in 6th standard. So which are the components of our food? Carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins and minerals. So what is the function of carbohydrate? Carbohydrate give us energy. Fats give us extra energy. Proteins help to build our body, and vitamins and minerals protect our body from diseases. Now these components which are essential for our body are called nutrients. So these components are called nutrients. And now we can look what is nutrition. So nutrition is the process of intake of food by an organism and its utilization in the body. That means how the organism takes in food and how it uses that food in its body. So what is nutrition? Nutrition is the process of intake of food by an organism and its utilization by the body. And now we can see that there are two types of nutrition. So the two types of nutrition are autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. So which are the two types of nutrition? Autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. So first we can look what is autotrophic nutrition. And here auto means self and trophos means nourishment. That means autotrophic nutrition is the mode of nutrition in which organism self-nourishment means what? Prepare food by themselves. For example, we can see that green plants, they are not going here and therefore collecting their food. They are preparing their own food. How they prepare their own food? They are using carbon dioxide, water, in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. They are preparing food. That we will study in detail. Okay, so they can prepare food by themselves using some simple substances around them, and that mode of nutrition is called autotrophic nutrition. And the living things that have autotrophic nutrition, they are called autotrophs. So green plants are what? Green plants are autotrophs. So not only green plants, some bacteria are also autotrophs. So some bacteria can also prepare food by themselves. So some bacteria are also called as autotrophs. Now we can look what is heterotrophic nutrition. Hetero means others. That means here in this mode of nutrition, the organisms are depending on others. So they can't prepare food by themselves. They are depending on others for their food. So we have studied that all living things are classified as herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. So herbivores, they can't prepare food by themselves. They are eating the ready-made food prepared by the plants. They are depending on plants for their food. That means they can't prepare food. They are taking the ready-made food from the plants. So they have which mode of nutrition? They have heterotrophic nutrition. Then what about carnivores? Carnivores also take the food from other animals. Then what about omnivores? Omnivores take the food from other plants and animals. So all these groups, they can't prepare food by themselves. They are depending on others, plants or animals for their food. So that mode of nutrition in which organisms can't prepare food by themselves and they depend on others for their food. That mode of nutrition is called heterotrophic nutrition. And the organisms that undergo or that have heterotrophic nutrition are called heterotrophs. Now we can study the process of photosynthesis. So you have studied in lower classes that photosynthesis is the process of preparation of food by the plants. So what all things are needed for photosynthesis? Carbon dioxide, water, sunlight and chlorophyll. Sunlight and chlorophyll. All these things are needed by plants for photosynthesis. So now we can look how plants get all these things. So plants prepare food in which part of their body? Yeah, plants prepare food in their leaves. So leaves are called as the food factories of a plant. Or we know in our home we prepare cook food in our kitchen. Like that, plants are preparing food in their leaves. So these leaves are also called as kitchen of a plant. Now we can look how they get this carbon dioxide. So since they are preparing food in the leaves, all these things should reach the leaves. So now we can look how they get carbon dioxide. So we know carbon dioxide is present in the air all around us. So from air, these leaves have some tiny holes. And what's the name of these tiny holes? You have studied. What's the name? Stomata. So the tiny holes or tiny pores on the leaves are called stomata. So from the air, through this stomata, plants take in carbon dioxide. Now carbon dioxide is ready in the leaf. Next they need what? They need water. So from where plants get water? Plants get water from the soil. So in the soil there is water. So which part of plant absorb the water from the soil? We know roots are absorbing the water from the soil. And in a plant there are so many tube-like structures called xylem. So the xylem tubes from the tubes that from the root that is connected to the xylem tubes in the stem and that is connected to the xylem in the leaf. So through this xylem is connected throughout the plant. So what happens when the roots absorb water from the soil through this xylem tubes? Water flow and reaches the leaves. So now water is also ready in the leaves. So plants get carbon dioxide from the air. They will absorb it through the pores called stomata. Then they get water from the soil. Root will absorb the water and through xylem tubes this water will reach the leaves. Then next what they need? They need sunlight and chlorophyll. So what is chlorophyll? What is the color of leaf? Leaves are green in color. And you have studied in lower classes. Plants or leaves are green in color due to the presence of a green pigment called chlorophyll. So the green pigment that gives green color to the leaves, that pigment is called chlorophyll. So these leaves are green in color. So chlorophyll is already present in the leaves. Okay, so chlorophyll is also present in the leaf. Next they need sunlight. And this chlorophyll, sunlight during daytime sunlight is present everywhere. So during daytime this chlorophyll will absorb sunlight from the sun. Okay, so sunlight is also ready. So carbon dioxide, water, sunlight, chlorophyll, everything is present in the leaf, and using all these things leaves will prepare the food. Okay, So now we can write it as an equation. So carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll produce what? Prepares food, or that form of food is called carbohydrate. It prepare food in the form of carbohydrate, and this carbohydrate, this form of carbohydrate is glucose. He is preparing the food in the form of glucose. And again, along with this glucose, during this process of preparation of food, plants are giving out one gas, and that is oxygen. Okay, so they take in which gas? They take in carbon dioxide, and they are giving out which gas? They are giving out oxygen. So what is photosynthesis? The process of photosynthesis we can write like this in an equation. That is carbon dioxide plus water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll gives carbohydrate plus oxygen. So during photosynthesis, plants take in carbon dioxide gas and plants give out oxygen gas. But during breathing, what is the case? During breathing, they also take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide like us. But during photosynthesis, it is just opposite. They will take in carbon dioxide and give out oxygen. So, if there are more number of plants means more amount of oxygen is released into the air during the process of photosynthesis. So, who is supplying oxygen to us? Plants are supplying oxygen to us. And through which process they are supplying oxygen to us? Through the process of photosynthesis, plants are supplying oxygen to us. And this photosynthesis, photo means light. That means they are preparing food in the presence of sunlight. Now imagine when they are preparing food, they can prepare food only during daytime, because only daytime only they will get sunlight. Now if there is no sun, what happens? No photosynthesis. If no photosynthesis, no plants. No plants means no animals. That means there won't be life on earth. So life on earth is not possible without photosynthesis. If there is no photosynthesis, there is no food and oxygen also. There is no oxygen also. So photosynthesis, due to the process of photosynthesis, we get food and oxygen. And for photosynthesis, which energy these plants are using? They are using energy from the sun. If there is no sun means they can't prepare food. So which is the ultimate source of energy? The ultimate source of energy is the sun. Why we call sun as the ultimate source of energy? Because without sunlight, plants cannot prepare food. Without plants, nobody can live. And also during this process, plants are giving us oxygen. Okay. Now we can look, so these plants prepare food in the form of glucose. But this glucose is soluble in water. So plants can't store this food in the form of glucose. So what they do? They will convert this glucose into an insoluble form called starch. So they will convert this form of food into an insoluble form called starch. And this food is stored in the form of starch. So in which form plants are storing food? Plants are storing food in the form of starch. Okay, clear? So what is photosynthesis? Photosynthesis is the process of preparation of food by plants using carbon dioxide, water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. And they will take in carbon dioxide gas and they give out oxygen. And during photosynthesis, glucose is formed, but plants are storing food in not in the form of glucose. They will convert glucose into starch. And plants store their food in the form of starch. Okay. How they get carbon dioxide? From the air through the pores called stomata. They will get water from the soil, and that through the roots it is absorbed into the plant. From roots it flows into the leaves. Chlorophyll. What is chlorophyll? Chlorophyll is the green pigment that is present in the leaves. Okay, so the process of preparation of food by plants is called photosynthesis, and during photosynthesis we get food as well as oxygen. And which is the ultimate source of energy? Ultimate source of energy is sun. Okay,